Good evening. So today I am going to discuss a very important topic for Mrcpch, that is called diabetes insipidus testing, water deprivation test. So how we do this test and why we do this test? So water deprivation test is done to identify any kind of polyuria, polydipsia condition. It can be psychogenic, it can be diabetes insipidus. Diabetes mellitus we can rule out by doing the random blood sugar and fasting blood sugar. But for identification of the psychogenic polydipsia and diabetes insipidus, we have to do this water deprivation test. Now, water deprivation test usually do not done on infants. We do after 2 years or 3 years child, because in infant they cannot tell that they are thirsty, and also we cannot identify the sign symptom of dehydration so easily. So this is not done in infancy. So before starting the test, we take history from the parents, that for how long this condition, polyuria and polydipsia, associated weight loss, family history, any headache, any problem in micturition. We take detailed history. Then we started this test in the morning. So before the test, 2 hours before the test, we don't give any food or we don't give any extra fluid to the child, and just normal light drink he can take. Then at the beginning of the test, we insert a cannula so that we can monitor electrolyte osmolality. In small child we monitor hourly, but in older child we monitor 2 hourly. So at the baseline we will check the vital sign, heart rate, respiratory rate, body weight, blood pressure, and then we will insert the cannula and we will take some baseline investigation like serum electrolytes and then serum osmolality, urine osmolality. Now body weight and serum sodium has a value in doing this test. If during the test the child loses 5% of the body weight, then we should stop the test. And in any time, if the child develops severe hypernatremia, like more than 146 millimole, or the child become sick or develop signs symptoms of hypernatremia, hypotonia, jitteriness, we should stop the test. So at baseline, after taking the baseline weight and after taking the baseline values of serum sodium and serum electrolytes and urine osmolality and serum osmolality, we start the test by depriving water. Usually this test done for 4 to 6 hours, and then we stop the test if our diagnostic point is we reach. But sometimes in partial diabetes insipidus, this test is continued even more than 12 hours. So at the beginning, usually in a normal child, serum osmolality is more than 300 and urine osmolality is less than 300 milliosmol. But in case of diabetes insipidus and in case of polyuria condition, the child's urine is diluted. So when we start this test, we stop every fluid and we monitor weight every hourly, and we monitor serum electrolyte, serum osmolality and urine osmolality every 2 hourly. And then we check signs for dehydration and vital parameters. Then if any time during the test the child's urine become concentrated due to dehydration, that is it crosses more than 800 milliosmol per liter, then our diagnosis is confirmed that the kidney and the antidiuretic hormone is completely fine. So this is not diabetes insipidus, because in simple water deprivation the child started concentrating the urine. So he has ADH in his own body. So that is psychogenic or iatrogenic polydipsia. So that is not diabetes insipidus. So in this case, we will not give DDAVP. Desmopressin acetate is given either intramuscularly or intravenous to identify when the urine is not become concentrated in spite of depriving water. So in that condition, when the child is deprived of water for 4 hours, even then urine is less than 800 or more than that, urine is diluted. So we are confused, is it nephrogenic diabetes insipidus or it is central diabetes insipidus? So in differentiating between these two conditions, we have to give intranasal or intramuscular desmopressin acetate. Here we don't use oral or intranasal. We give only intravenous or intramuscular. So after giving the injection, if urine is concentrated dramatically, more than 50% of the total concentration, and usually it falls below 300, then our diagnosis of cranial diabetes insipidus is confirmed. That means the body does not have antidiuretic hormone and the secretion from the pituitary gland is hampered. So after giving artificial antidiuretic hormone, the kidney started concentrating the urine. So the diagnosis is central diabetes insipidus. But if the concentration is not enough, less than 50%, and the urine is still not enough concentrated even after giving the desmopressin acetate, that indicate it might be a case of nephrogenic diabetes insipidus. That means the kidney is resistant to antidiuretic hormone. So this water deprivation test is vital to identify polyuria and polydipsia condition, but giving desmopressin will identify the two types, difference between the two types of central and nephrogenic diabetes insipidus. Hope that this will help you in understanding the topic of water deprivation test, and all the best for all of you. Goodbye.